Hi, my name is Dr. Larry Force, and we'd like to welcome you to another session of Intersections. Intersections really came out of a dialogue between myself, Jim Ball, and Dave Brinkerhoff. And about 4 years ago, as you know, we formed the National Organization of Adult Addictions and Recovery, and it's based upon a theoretical perspective, a practice orientation, and what surfaced was this program called Intersections, a day program without walls. So the intent is to be able to introduce you to the premise of this and also, you know, some of the practice of it. And with us now all living in a new world through transition, we started to talk about how can we get that information out there. And we thought the best way to do this was to be able to capture it on video and then make it a teachable moment as you're going through it. So with that, I'd like to introduce Jim Ball. Jim is the coordinator of peer services at Mental Health of America, and Dave Brinkerhoff, both dear friends. And Dave is involved with MARC, which is the Mid-Hudson Alcohol Recovery Center, now blended together with MHA. So Jim, if you could introduce Cris, this would be great.
Yeah, thanks, Larry. Before I introduce Cris, I do want to introduce Dave, who's the head of the board of the MARC agency. Dave, if you could just check in and say hi for a sec.
Good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is. Good to see you, Cris, and thanks so much for being with us.
And just as by way of introducing Cris and Intersections to the group, you know, anyone who's new today, I know some of you have seen a couple of the videos. We had our orientation video last week. We did the meditation with Catherine. I hope everybody enjoyed that and got something they could take away. I'm going to just do a brief introduction of myself as the coordinator of peer services for MHA. And for those of you who don't know what a peer is someone with lived experience that can provide support to someone in similar circumstances. I am a person in long-term recovery. For 26 years, I've been working on my substance and mental health recovery, sustained recovery a day at a time. I've been able to have a family, do work I'm passionate about, and have some success in the community. And you know, I'm just like, I'm bringing this to you to let you know that we have been where you are. We understand that you know, recovery doesn't happen. It happens differently for everyone. There's many pathways to recovery. We do through Intersections, we're trying to provide a plan for you to work on your self-help activities. What Intersections really focuses on is helping you stay on your recovery plan, trying to gain some success back into the family and community, and stay out of services, you know, so that we don't have these reoccurrences where we find ourselves back in the same situation. But for myself, there was a 10-year period where I was just in and out and in and out. And I'm sure some of you guys can relate. So again, the Intersections program that we're bringing you, it's a series of self-help modules. And today we're going to be talking with Cris about movement. And so without any further ado, I'll just let Cris do her own introduction here.
Okay, thanks, Jim. Hi, I'm Cris Caivano. I'm an exercise movement teacher. I think I've met some of you a few months back. Hello again, if you're out there, I can't see you. I'm also 13 years sober, and my first addiction, luckily for me, was movement. I love to dance, I love to climb trees, I love to run around. And I've moved through my life. It has been a wonderful tool in helping me manage my emotions, manage my health, manage my sobriety. So, I call myself an exercise movement therapist because here's what I do. I teach people how to move differently to feel different. And you feel with your body. You feel tired or you feel tense, you feel happy. So the body doesn't differentiate whether we're feeling something physical or emotion, or if we're having a thought that's changing our reality. Like, oh, this will never get better. That's often a thought that isn't true, Our body doesn't differentiate. Like if we hear a loud noise, kaboom, we're perfectly safe, but it scares us. What happens? Our heart starts to race. There's a lived reality, which is in our body. When we move differently, we can actually have influence on how we feel. We could choose how we want to feel. I thought I'd do 3 things today. I'm going to teach you some acupressure points, some self-massage. I thought that would, especially these days with this pandemic out there, it's really important. We want to try to stay healthy. And there are ways that you can actually influence the movement of the immune system through your body. So I thought we'd start with that. Very simple. I know Jim likes this one. You trace right under your collarbone toward your shoulder. Make little circles with your finger and press in with moderate pressure. Make little circles and take some deep breaths. This is your lung point, the master point for the immune system. This really works. It's amazing how well this works. Breathe and massage. And what you're doing is you're starting to move the circulation through your body. It helps the lymph glands that keep our lungs healthy. And with this respiratory pathogen out there, we don't want to get sick. We want to keep our lungs healthy. Now, the meridians are just energy pathways. If any of you have ever had acupuncture, this is what we're working with. They're parallel in our body. So you got one on the other side. So just give a little massage in there. What you're looking for is this something that feels a little uncomfortable, a little tight. Massage in. Take a deep breath. You can also tap to get the circulation moving through there. Breathe. You can do both at the same time. Just want to get the circulation moving. Movement makes us feel better. If you ever go for a really long car ride or bus ride or plane ride for 5 or 6 hours, nobody goes out and goes, wow, I feel great. They usually don't feel so good. So when we move, when we breathe, it affects the way we feel. I'll show you that since we're all trying to stay healthy. I'm going to show you one. It's fabulous if you have a stiff neck or a tension or anxiety or stress. Any or all of the above. This is my favorite. It's why I wear my hair up so you can see. I'll face around this way. You take your hands from the side, just wrap them around the back of your neck. Can you see that? You dig your fingers in a little bit. Kind of curl your fingers in. Now look away from your elbow, right? And slowly turn to look towards your elbow, dragging your fingers across the back of your neck, and relax. And then the other hand comes in. Wrap your fingers right in. Just, those tight spots there, you dig right in there. And just breathe normally. Keep your fingers kind of curled in and slowly turn to the left. Oh, there are a lot of acupressure points back there to help get the circulation going up through the neck into the head. Go the other way. You press right against the base of the skull there. Whew. The fingers come in from the side. Last time, just curl them in. Take a big breath and slowly turn, giving yourself a massage, getting that energy to flow back there. I were there in person, I'd be watching you and saying, doesn't that feel good? So I'm hoping you could feel it. Anything you do to massage along the base of your skull there, the back of your neck, such a good place to keep circulation moving. We hold so much tension and stress there. It's another one you get very easy, just same idea, you curl your fingers over the top of your shoulders like that and let them drag down, and then bring the backs of the hands together right in front of your heart. Take a big breath in. Sigh of relief. So it's like you're pulling the stress and the tension right out of your shoulders, getting that to move. We don't want it to get stuck. Right in front of the heart, and breathe. Now take your fingers again. I'll show you another acupressure point. And kind of like that, curling them in toward each other. And you're going to massage. This is a surprising one to many of us. Massage right between the ribs, kind of right over the center of your sternum there, and breathe. This is an area where we hold emotional tension or stress, especially tension or stress related to relationships. If you've had a big loss in your life, like many of us have recently, and it's kind of stuck and you can't quite let it go, you can massage and breathe. These are the acupressure points for the heart and for emotional energy. Again, the emotions are held in the body. They're felt by the body. And we don't want them to get stuck. We want them to flow and move. This energy always moves. That's a powerful one. You could also tap up and down. There's another master gland for the immune system right here. So we're getting a 2-for-1 with this one. This is the thymus gland. It's where T cells are created. So when we tap that, we send vibration in, right? Energy is vibration. Breathe, and we're activating the immune system. We're freeing it up to circulate through our body. Super important for recovery, for regaining health. Right? So those are some quick little acupressure exercises you could do for the lung health, the immune system here, tapping or massaging the heart, for the emotional freedom, and, dragging across your neck. And I'll be happy to show you some more of those sometime. But let's get moving now. So we're going to rearrange things, and I'll show you. Everybody loves this exercise. I call this one the Qigong Cup of Coffee, because it's to enliven our energy, to wake us up. It's also super good for your spine. If you sit a lot, your back bothers you. Look, I don't know if you can see Jim, he's doing it right away. It's called knocking on the door of life. You just rotate around your spine, and you let your arms swing. Hopefully you have room to do this without knocking somebody or breaking anything. You're just tapping your arms on your lower back and your lower abdomen, and breathing. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. It's called the cleansing breath to let go of stress. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. I'll show you sideways. You're tapping on your lower back with the back hand. It's an acupressure point for vitality and longevity and tranquility. Chinese medicine is great. The lower acupressure points on the lower abdomen are also for vitality and for your metabolism. This gets your metabolism primed up and working. If you look over the shoulder, the back shoulder as you do this, just whatever feels right. Never do anything that doesn't feel good to you in exercise. Looking over your back shoulder, you'll start to, again, get a little more circulation and ease in your neck, shoulders, and your upper back. Slow it down, and relax and notice what you feel. Maybe a little buzz, a little tingle That's your energy getting activated. Your life force, your ability to heal, your ability to stay emotionally present and strong and healthy. Okay, one more for the spine and for our energy. It's called spinal cord breathing. You could do this one even seated, but I'll do it standing. Knees are soft and bent, tailbone is relaxed, crown of the head is floating up. And here's what you do. Hey, Dave, I want to see you do this too, okay, Dave? This is good for you too. I'm watching you, Dave. Just kidding. Okay, here we go. Inhale. You look up. And exhale, curl the tailbone under. The arms come forward. Inhale. Squeezing the shoulders together. It's like you squeeze out any tension in your upper back. Exhale and curl under. This feels great. Inhale. You can stick your tail out a little bit like a duck. And then exhale and curl the tailbone under. Just like with yoga, we're coordinating the breath. The inhale with the lifting the chest and looking up, and the exhale with curling the tail under as the arms come forward. Whenever we coordinate movement with breath, it's right into our central nervous system in a good way. Brings us out of fight or flight mode, right into the rest and digest mode. In Harvard, they call this movement medicine. So good for us, body, mind, spirit. And relax. Notice what you feel. Breathe. The spine is the highway, the superhighway of transmission between the brain and the body. So if you're ever feeling out of sorts or a little kind of disconnected from yourself, breathing and moving your spine, just especially out in nature, if you could go for a little walk, breathe and move your spine around, you'll start to feel more grounded. Okay, one more. I think I've only got a few more minutes, so let me show you one more. This is called drawing down the heavens. It's a different kind of exercise. We're going to involve our imagination with this one. I love this one. So let your arms just hang comfortably at your sides. It's like your hands are magnets or sponges to draw in whatever kind of energy you need today. Maybe joy, maybe peace of mind, maybe hope, whatever you need. As you inhale, the arms float up. It's like you're gathering up that energy, bringing the palms together right above your head, gathering all the energy, the stars above you, all the energy of the universe, and then the hands glide right down, drawing whatever that healing energy is that you need, right through your mind, through your throat, through your heart, through all your internal organs, through all your body, releasing what you don't need down into the floor. Just let it go like compost into a garden. So we inhale, gathering up the good energy, and exhale, let it just wash through us. Like an energy rinse, rinsing out what we want to let go of. Letting it go down to the earth. Inhale. Gathering up like you could hold sunshine between your hands. And just let that warm, healing sunshine flow through your mind, bringing light, bringing wisdom, bringing healing through the body. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Moving slowly. Reassuring ourselves that we'll be fine, we'll be healthy, we'll be well. We can take care of what we need to take care of. Just reaching out for whatever energy we need. Now this time let's bring it through the minds, through our minds, through our hearts, and we'll store it right into our lower abdomen, the center of gravity. Just make little circles. You just cultivated some new healing, different energy for yourself. You just changed your body a little bit for the better. Changed your energy so we could choose how we feel, and we can adjust it by the way we move. So that's kind of what I like to teach people, what I offer. And I invite you to come work with me anytime. I'm doing free classes online. So I'd love to see you again. Thanks.
So does the word spectacular ring a bell? What a great.
I like that. I like spectacular. I didn't see
Spectacular.
Larry. I was watching.
What a great visual demonstration of how to really go about doing this. I mean, and I think your point's so well taken. The fact that, you know, movement is really everything. I like that example you gave about being on the train or the plane. I don't recall myself or anybody else saying I feel so great after I've just sat for 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, I think, you know, in this new world we're living in, TV, Netflix, really not your friend.
No.
Okay? It absorbs so much time, and it's sedentary time. So this was great.
Well,
Jim?
it's good to keep it in balance, right? You know, it's good to sit and chill out sometimes, but if you do it too much, you get out of balance. So then you sit up and you do a little bit of this or a little bit of this, and then you can go sit again. But you don't want to do too much of anything. Kind of the essence of Chinese medicine.
Well, thanks so much, Chris. Jim?
My pleasure.
Yeah, Cris, great as always. I'll just say, you know, I've been taking Chris's Qigong classes for at least 6 months now, and with chronic back issues, I sleep better. This energy work, it's really good stuff, and it's as we, you know, to relate it back to the Intersections program, that, you know, this is self-care. This is one of the pathways. We talk about many pathways to recovery. You know, meditation might not be everybody's thing, but we're trying to offer a variety of things that you guys can do to help you with your self-care. We know that self-care is how we recover. We learn how to take care of ourselves. You know, Cris, we usually do, I wanted to just get a little bit more input on your side. We usually do, we send over a worksheet with 3 questions that, and maybe you have a question you'd like to ask the group, and we could maybe get some feedback for you for our next visit. And also, I'd like to try to share maybe a couple of other little videos from your website. Maybe you might be able to talk about that just for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. What, should I do that right now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've got a website. It's my name, CrisCaivano.com. CAIVANO.com.
I'll include the links on the
Oh,
worksheet.
perfect.
So if
Okay.
you could say maybe a little bit about, you know, just maybe a little bit more of an overview, and then we'll take it out.
Absolutely. The website has very, very brief exercise videos on it that you can click on. You could just scroll through and see what catches your interest. There's one on how to do abdominal exercises without hurting your back. There's one that shows the exercises I just demonstrated, 2 of the 3 or 4 exercises I just showed you. There's one on how to safely stretch your hamstrings. There's one for how to meditate. And I call them exercise hors d'oeuvres, workouts, but they're movement experiences for you to explore and hopefully find one that feels right to you, that maybe piques your interest, and then you could follow through with other studies, other exercises. So they're right under video tips. There are about 25 of them, I think. Exercise hors d'oeuvres to increase your appetite to move.
Great, Cris. We'll send those out. So, and thank you so much, you know, for coming. Again, you know, you've been a part of the Intersections program for quite a while, and we've been over to Florence 2 or 3 times now. So we're hoping to continue and make this a more regular weekly happening. So
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks.
Well, your message was well delivered for sure. So nice job.
Thanks, Dr. Larry.
Okay. All right. so
Chris,
we-
this is very good, especially in this time that we're going through, to have something that I look at as so simple that can do so much. And you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to pay a lot of money. Just listen to what you were doing. We're not fixed, but we're on the road to a little different direction.
Right. Right. Zoom has been such a blessing. I avoided it my entire, career. I have never taught online. It's been phenomenal being able to see people and to be able to move with people. Moving together, it does create a group energy. One of my teachers says, Robert Peng, who's a very famous Qigong teacher, says, take one chopstick, you could break it kind of easily. But if you put like 10 chopsticks together, you can't break it. And if you practice and move, even if you're just going for a walk with other friends, your group energy will be powerful. And Zoom gives us, some access to do that, even in our homes or wherever we are.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, thank you. Jim, as always, thank you for weaving this all together. And Dave, absolutely, your fingerprints are all over this. So the work that you do across your whole life is a testimony to, what we're doing today. All right, so we'll see you again next week, and be well.